In a world shaken by wars, rising prices, and fragile supply chains, what if the most powerful step you can take starts right in your backyard, or even on your kitchen windowsill? Imagine waking up one morning and finding that the fresh vegetables you buy every week have doubled in price, or that the supermarket shelves look emptier than usual, or that the news is filled with reports of disrupted shipping routes, rising global tensions, and food shortages in different parts of the world. The world is changing. Let's start with the big picture. According to the 2023 Global Report on Food Crises, around 258 million people in 58 countries faced acute food insecurity in 2022. That's a massive jump from the previous year. The report identifies three major drivers: conflict, economic shocks, and climate extremes. This means that wars and geopolitical tensions don't just affect borders, they affect what ends up on your plate. When shipping lanes are disrupted, when fuel prices rise, when droughts hit major food-producing regions, or when countries restrict exports to protect their own supplies, the ripple effects reach every household. And here's the key point. Our global food system is interconnected and fragile. A shock in one part of the world can raise prices everywhere. But there's good news. While you can't control global politics, you can take meaningful steps to reduce your vulnerability. And one of the most effective steps is surprisingly small. For many people, this isn't imagination. It's already happening. Today, we're going to talk about something simple, ancient, and surprisingly powerful: growing your own food at home. Not as a luxury hobby, but as a practical, science-backed way to strengthen your household's resilience in uncertain times. And by the end of this video, you'll see why kitchen gardening is not just nice to have, it's becoming an essential life skill. Why home gardening matters. You might be wondering, can growing a few vegetables at home really make a difference? The answer, backed by research, is yes, absolutely. A major review published in Springer highlights that home gardens are a powerful tool for improving household food security, especially during times of crisis. The review notes that home gardens help families access fresh, nutrient-rich foods even when markets are unstable or prices are high. Another systematic review published in 2024 found that home gardening significantly improves dietary diversity, reduces dependence on fluctuating food markets, and increases resilience to economic and environmental shocks. So, what does this mean for you? It means that even a small garden, whether it's a backyard plot, a balcony setup, or a few pots on a sunny windowsill, can help you access fresh vegetables when supply chains are disrupted, reduce your grocery bill, improve your nutrition, feel more in control during uncertain times. And perhaps most importantly, it gives you a sense of stability when the world feels unstable. What home gardens can and can't do. Now let's be honest and realistic. Home gardening is powerful, but it's not magic. You won't be able to grow all your staple foods, like wheat, rice, or large quantities of potatoes, unless you have a lot of land and time. Most households can't produce all their calories at home. But here's the important part. You don't need to grow everything. Research shows that home gardens are most effective when they focus on fresh, nutrient-dense foods, the foods that are often the first to become expensive or scarce during crises. These include leafy greens, tomatoes, herbs, spring onions, chilies, beans, berries, some fruits. These crops grow quickly, don't require much space, and provide essential vitamins and minerals. So while your garden may not replace the supermarket entirely, it can absolutely supplement your diet and protect you from the worst effects of shortages and price spikes. The science behind the benefits. Let's break down the benefits in simple terms. 1. Better nutrition. Studies consistently show that people who grow food at home eat more vegetables and have better micronutrient intake. Fresh produce from your garden is often more nutritious than store-bought vegetables that have traveled long distances and lost nutrients along the way. 2. More food security. Home gardens act as a buffer. When prices rise or shelves empty, your garden keeps producing. This is especially important during conflicts or global disruptions, when supply chains become unpredictable. 3. Lower food costs. Growing your own herbs, greens, and vegetables can significantly reduce your grocery bill, especially for items that are expensive or seasonal. 4. Psychological resilience. Gardening reduces stress, improves mental health, and gives you a sense of control. In uncertain times, that's priceless. 5. Community strength. When more people garden, communities become more resilient. Seeds, knowledge, and surplus produce can be shared, creating local networks of support. What you can start growing today. You don't need a big backyard. You don't need fancy tools. and you don't need to be an expert. Here are some of the easiest, highest impact crops you can grow at home. Spinach and lettuce, fast-growing, high-yielding, perfect for containers. Tomatoes, productive and versatile. Herbs like coriander, mint, basil, rosemary, expensive to buy, cheap to grow. Spring onions, regrow endlessly from kitchen scraps. Chilies, hardy and long-lasting. Beans, great protein source and easy to grow vertically. Strawberries or berries, perennial and rewarding. These crops give you the most nutrition and value for the least effort. How much can a small garden really help? Let's put this into perspective. A well-managed home garden of just a few square meters can produce enough leafy greens for several meals a week. Herbs that would cost you $5 to $10 per bunch at the store. Seasonal vegetables like tomatoes, cucumbers, or beans. Fruits like strawberries or lemons, if you have space for a small tree or pot. Research from multiple countries shows that home gardens can supply 20 to 60% of a household's vegetable needs, depending on the setup and climate. That's not just helpful, it's transformative. Why this matters now more than ever. We are living in a time of global conflicts, climate change, rising food prices, supply chain disruptions, economic uncertainty. These pressures are not going away anytime soon. But home gardening gives you something incredibly valuable: resilience. It's a way to take back a bit of control, to protect your family, to reduce your dependence on fragile global systems, and to reconnect with something deeply human: growing your own food. And the best part? It's simple, it's peaceful, and it works. So here's my challenge to you. Start growing something today, not tomorrow, not one day. Today, pick one plant, one pot, one seed. Place it on your balcony, your windowsill, your backyard, or your doorstep, because every leaf you grow is a small act of resilience. Every tomato is a step toward independence. Every herb is a reminder that even in a chaotic world, you can create stability with your own hands. And if you want more videos on how to start your garden, what to plant in your climate, and how to grow food even in tiny spaces, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. Together, we can build stronger households, stronger communities, and a more resilient future. In a world full of uncertainty, growing your own food is one of the most certain things you can do. Start small, start today, and watch how it changes your life.